Hey everybody. Welcome to Slim Hafa's YouTube channel. Um, if this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. um, Today we're here to discuss the Trezell and Jacqueline West trial. Now the past few days have been a lot's been going on. As you can see, I have my sincere and classic wristband. AV Watchman has gave me this stuff, mailed me this stuff. I have our posters. If anybody seen anything or knows anything, please call. It might be backwards. The number is 661-322-4040. Please call if you know anything about these babies. You can see I got them right behind me too. We just want to find our boys, you know? We just want to find our boys. It's been too long. Too long. I'm here just waiting for my friend Sarah to jump on. Sarah Jean, we're here waiting for you. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I need a Slim Hafa mug. Word. Let me see 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go see what Sarah's doing. Okay. Now I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Let me sign on to find out some information. Okay. Okay, once we have everything settled in. This is not what I'm looking for. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Trying to get everything together. Trying to get all my notes and everything. Trying to open up the Twitter. 1 second, guys. Yes, Stephanie. Where are the boys? Hashtag. How are you doing today? From the last time I went live, there has been so much stuff that's happened. Okay, I'm gonna send out the link for Sarah. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me see. I'm not too good at this, okay? I'm trying to figure it out myself. Let's see. Where do I get my link from? I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, I just dropped the link right now. I don't know how I came back and there was no video of me. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure this out. My husband's not here to help me. He went to work, so I'm just here by myself trying to figure out StreamYard. Hey, Carla. Hey, Gail. Right. I agree with you, Gail. 100%. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the camera thing. Okay, my camera is on. What's going on? One second, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. It says that I'm there. I don't know why it's playing games. I'm having a little technical difficulties, guys. Let's Sarah join in. Okay. Hey, good morning, Sarah.
Morning.
I don't know how to put my screen on. I don't know what happened.
I see you though, so you're good now.
You see me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't see
It was
myself.
just when you went to do the StreamYard thing. It
Oh,
like
so
went blank and then now excuse me, now I can see you.
okay, okay. As long as you guys can see me, I can't see myself. So whatever. um. Okay. So good morning to everybody. Whoever is up early right now. Today is no court, no trial today. Apparently, they are on a field trip. Wish I can go.
hmm Wish I could be
But
a fly
yeah,
on that filter.
right. They're going to the Bakersfield and I think it's the Casa Loma houses, and
Wow.
they're going to Cal City. I think today is Cal City, and yesterday was the Casa Loma houses. That's what I'm referring to from the tweets.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
So
because I was wondering. I figured, but I was just like, remember they did that pre-trial? There was like a jury out there at the Cal City home and stuff.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
I'm glad they're doing it all very thoroughly here.
right.
And they'll be back Tuesday in court. Ooh, I feel like that got loud. Hold on. And I know y'all can probably hear the birds, so if it gets too bad, let me know. They're pretty loud this morning.
Okay.
Okay, what's it? I Your picture it goes away and comes back. What the heck? It's all good
Oh,
though. We
my
can
phone
hear
just
you.
like turned off right now, so
Oh,
that's
there you
probably
are.
why.
You're back. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, but hey, I'm here. I'm there for it. Carla, thank you for trying to help me. Yes, I hate that we have to wait till the 25th. Correct. It sucks.
I'm still
Okay,
waiting for Miss Wanda to get on the stand. I want to hear her contradictions or what she just, I want to hear her story, her side of the story.
she's gonna be
Because,
like, well, they threatened us and they did this
oh,
and
I'm sure with their sticks and trench coats,
right,
you know? But yeah, I missed a lot this week because, I had a death in the family. So I couldn't really listen and I tried keeping
right.
up the best I could. But
My
I took a break
condolences.
yesterday. We all kind of took a day yesterday to kind of take a break. And so I am so glad I was able to listen to that yesterday because to me, it's a surprise witness. But that secret witness they had on the stand, she knows what she saw and she stood her
Yeah.
ground. And I was so proud of her
Hey,
because you could hear she was nervous and scared and and they thought they could intimidate her. But she
right.
stood up. She stood up, man. I was like, "You go." Um, Made me feel really good, but then at the same time, the things that she did let out was very heartbreaking.
Let's talk about it. What did she tell us?
Man, hold on one
She
second. I need to cough. Hold up.
okay, so
All right, I
uh,
just didn't want to cough in you guys' ears and everything.
is this
Yeah.
Maria de la Carmen we're talking about? Del Carmen?
Oh,
Maria del
maybe.
Carmen. Um,
Yeah, that could be. Um, but she was like a neighbor, like on, I don't know, she lived right there nearby. She would see them sometimes. She would see Trezell sometimes go throw away diapers at the dumpster. So
right.
she had seen him before that night. But yeah, she knew who they were and they were trying to discredit that, but she stood her ground. Because of the way she described them and then the way they questioned her at the, oh, what's it called when they do the pre-trial thing that with the, it's like it's a pre-trial questioning thing where they all go into the courtroom and like answer questions or whatnot. So she said there was either a misunderstanding, like misinterpretation with the interpreter, because they were trying to use what she said then against what she's saying now. And she's like, no, no, I didn't say it. I didn't say that, because they were trying to say that she told, them that she wouldn't be able to identify them. She didn't see their faces and she wouldn't recognize them if she saw them again. She goes, no, 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 no. I didn't say any of that. So there was some kind of misunderstanding somewhere. And of course, the defense is trying to use that, but she stood her ground and said, I know what I saw. I know it was them. Like she pointed out on the pictures and identified them. Um, she said because he was slimmer though, but he didn't have the mustache, but he had the stick in his hand. And then
Right.
she remembers her because of her thick curly hair. She thought it was really beautiful. And
Right.
she saw their faces because her neighbor has a motion light, because I guess the daughter's bedroom window was being messed with. Someone was trying to mess with it. And so they had put up a camera or a light or something. So there was definitely a light at the very least. I don't know about the camera, but there was a light, a motion light. And so she says she saw them in the light and
Yes,
trying
it says
to,
she's seen two people.
yeah. And they were trying to, because she said that, he was dark skinned, but and then she was like light, not light skin, but like light skin but light brown. So they're trying to mix her up on that, but she didn't get confused. She stood her ground. She also said, I'm remembering more and more. And that happens with trauma, like traumatic, like when she saw that on the news, she was probably like, oh my god, I had such a bad feeling that night, to where I told my friend about it because something was off. And then to
Yeah,
see
it's
that
all
on
coming back.
paper and be like, oh my God, those are the two I saw at the dumpster. And oh my God, those babies are missing. That's traumatic. And
Right,
so,
Gail.
that stuff can come back little by little.
Little
And I've
by
been
little.
in situations like that, so I completely understand. Yeah, they were just wasting the day trying to discredit her, but didn't bother
Right.
me. She actually just, I like how, what's the
She
female attorney,
basically stated that.
what's her name? The one with the big voice, then she lost her voice, now it's all loud again. And she talks real fast, but then she tells people on the stand that they need to slow down. She can't understand them, but then she talks speed talk again after that because she's trying to trip people up, little game she plays. So
Yeah.
she's playing all that with Maria, and Maria stood her ground, and you could hear she was emotional, very emotional, like not just nervous and stuff, but this has affected her.
Mm.
And she got loud with her, and I was like, oh yes, because we all want to jump down that lady's throat.
Right.
She gave it to her a little bit. She's like, no. She like
Hey,
stood her,
Callie.
like, and so I know you had like affairs you had to attend to, but man, I really was like, man, Slim's really missing this.
Yeah.
It's just different seeing the tweets, and it's different reading about it than hearing it on the stand. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And
Exactly.
can you imagine how bad it is for the family and loved ones in that courtroom? It's nothing to what we're feeling and seeing. Hearing, and the
Right.
tweets we're seeing. It's so if you,
Tension must be high.
yeah, the
Tension
impact
must be
so
super high.
different aspects. Yeah,
Right.
like
So basically, she stated that she lived there for 10 years. September 19, 2020 is when she stopped cleaning around 11 o'clock p.m. She said she walked to her daughter's apartment and saw a couple outside of the dumpster, a man and a woman.
loud noise at the dumpster, like a thunk, and that's what got her to kind of go peek out and look.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
something
says
went.
she saw a tall, dark, skinny. Huh?
I'm sorry, before I forget, I want to say something was put in the dumpster since she heard the loud thunk, unless they were trying and they couldn't lift it over and it was like banging into the side of it, because at some point she said they walked away from the dumpster with the cooler still. So, but then
Mm-hmm.
she also said she saw the guy, so T, have something long and slim that he put over his shoulder too at one point.
Oh wow.
hmm And then he had the diaper in his hand, which is odd.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they were trying to make it look like, hey, I'm just throwing away a diaper and a cooler, you know?
Yeah.
But that diaper was like, to me, so powerful because, sad to say, it just made me think the diaper in his hand when she saw it was probably Sincere's last diaper. And then the one that was found at the Cal City home was probably Classics. And I'm like, I can't believe they didn't take the one from the Cal City home. I still can't get over that. And has that been confirmed? Was it tested? Was it taken in for evidence? I believe it was not. I believe they were questioned on the stand and they said no, they did not take it in for evidence. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
Yes.
I didn't hear that part. I
I
gotta
need
see that.
I need anyone to either confirm what I'm saying or correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty
There's a
sure
lot of things
what's
they didn't
that.
put in evidence,
Right.
and they messed up for that.
Yes, Carla.
Very
Yes.
crucial in the beginning.
I was proud of her for
Right.
standing her ground. I really was, because that can be really intimidating. You're a secret witness. You're nervous. She doesn't want people to know where she lives or them to send someone for her. Like, I'm sure she's thinking all these thoughts that you would. And she stood her ground. I was very proud of her.
She even said they looked at her when they came out the dumpster. They both looked at her. They seen her.
And that might be why they walked away with the cooler, unless they just emptied it and then took it back with them. I wonder if that cooler um, was at their home, and if it had been, um, after she saw it on the news, and after she reported it. I mean, she called in the police and told them, what she had seen. I wonder if they were able to find and seize that cooler from Trezell and Jacqueline's possession.
Yes. Hey, QST.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, so it was a very emotional day, but it was also for me, I feel like it was a win for the prosecution. Man, my heart is still so broken for the family because, just hearing what she was saying, we were all crushed. We were like, oh my, OMG. And like Duty Ron said, this is nothing. This is just scratching the surface. So just be prepared for what's to come and pray for the family that is sitting in
Mm-hmm.
the courtroom that has to hear and see and feel all
It's
this.
the worst.
Gosh,
It must be horrible. Oh,
it is. I'm still like I'm still reeling over what was said yesterday, to be honest.
right. And then her friend just confirmed all of it that she said. So it just makes it more credible what she said, you know?
She was able to collaborate her story.
Exactly.
Mhm. And her friend even said that after she called her that night and said, "Oh my God, something weird's going on at the dumpster," and her friend's like, a lot of people are hang out at the or not hang out, but go to the dumpster and do weird stuff, which is true. And so then she stopped talking to her friend for a while, and her friend even said she wouldn't come visit me. She didn't really leave her house much. So whatever she saw really affected her. So either they're not letting her say it all, and there's more, or there's more to be said, or
Unless she's seen it that night, got really scared and forgot, like as time went on.
I don't think she forgot because she distanced herself from. And I know it was
Like,
COVID, and I know everybody was like, you know, um, what do you call it? Like everybody was staying in their houses and stuff, and like I get that, and that's part of it, I'm sure. But I think that, and like if you've never seen, you don't even have to see it. If you have this feeling that takes over your body that just isn't right, that can really affect you, especially when you see later on the news the same people.
right.
But she was really affected by it, so she's very credible, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Can't discredit her
It makes sense. It makes sense to why we haven't found the boys yet.
because she has nothing to gain from this. Think about that. And she's the one who reached out and called the police when she saw it on the news, when she saw Jacqueline Trezell's interview. So she called right away. And so
Mm-hmm.
she stayed out of the public, out of the, internet. She didn't go on anybody's channels. She didn't make any posts. She didn't go to the groups and say anything. She kept it to herself. She was their secret witness. She did what she was supposed to do, and I'm proud of her. I am grateful and thankful for her. And she has nothing to gain from this. Nothing. Zip. Nada. Zero. The
Now
only thing
they're trying to say, the
is that
defense is trying to say that her testimony was inconsistent because when she first reported this in 2022, she said that she didn't see Jacqueline's face. And then now that she's stating it, she said that she clearly saw them and she knows it was them. Now
mhm,
the defense is trying to use that as, hey, she is not credible. But since she used her friend and her friend spoke up, it makes it way more credible than.
it does. And the fact that she even said she really stood her ground. She goes, "No, no, I didn't say that. They had to have
The translator misunderstood her.
translated it incorrectly. Yeah, they're like that was typed wrong, and they were going off of transcripts rather than the video of her
Right,
testimony, her prior
right,
testimony, the pre-trial. So that was kind of odd because everybody else, it was like they were showing the video of everything.
right.
And
Exactly, Liz.
stuck to the transcripts that were written that were, you know, incorrectly translated, and she was trying to correct him on the stand, and she was cut off a couple times because they wanted her to stick to answering the question, a yes or no and a this or that. But she stood her ground so much, man. I'm so grateful for her, for the family, and for the boys.
Right. Right.
And Carla, when you say that, it makes me like think, if that's the case, they may never find him, because like with the Quentin Simon case, they were on to his mother, Leilani, immediately. They had her on camera putting him in a specific dumpster, so they knew what specific landfill he went to. So within a few days of him going missing, they shut down that landfill and they began their search. It took
Right.
2 weeks for them to find some of his remains, enough to identify him and charge her. So
Oh my
he will
goodness.
never be completely found. They got lucky. It was a miracle that they found what they did, but that's because they immediately shut down that part of the landfill. Otherwise, it would have just been piled on, piled on, piled on, and they would have never probably found him.
Mm-hmm.
It would have took months and months and months, and they just don't have the funding for that, and that's understandable. So with that case, it was luck, pure luck, because that sheriff knew in his gut, and he knew she put him in that dumpster, and they knew where to look, and so he shut things down right away and got to work. And they found him in time because they really were running out of funding. They've been searching 2-3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
but sadly they didn't find all of them, but enough. And now she's in prison, and so that makes me think, if they were gone 3 months before they were reported, that would be. And so if this Maria called in right when she saw it on the news, and if they went to the landfill immediately, then that's still 3 months. That's still
Right.
3 months, of stuff to go through to try and find them. So I don't know if they ever attempted, or what, if they plan on attempting to. I'm not sure where that part's going.
Check this out. It says when she saw them walking away slowly from throwing the whatever they threw into the trash can, that she heard a loud noise. She saw them carrying the blue, whatever, the chest thing, the, what do you call that? Cooler
Ice
with,
cooler or ice chest.
yeah, yeah, with the white lid. It says that they were laughing. She testified they were laughing as they walked away. So who knows what they were talking about? What happened? Like, I don't know what's so funny about it.
Maybe trying to make it look like they weren't up to no good. They were just being normal and
Right.
laugh. Like
And they
this,
they slowly walked away.
right? Like, oh, the nothing to see here. Just a couple people, throwing,
Mm-hmm.
having a laugh. Like, I think that's what that really was. Because if they were laughing about something, that's sick. But I really don't think. I think what they were doing is they saw that someone seen them, and they got nervous, and they started acting like, oh, nothing to see here, just a couple of people, and give a little laugh out to make it look like, oh, they're not doing anything bad. They're over there giggling. That's what the feel I
Right.
got.
Now, when the jurors went yesterday to the Casa Loma apartments, do you think they took them to the dumpster?
Probably, just to, get a view and match with her story, because they're going to probably look, where's the dumpster from this apartment and from that apartment, and
Right.
from
How close is
it,
it?
yeah,
And,
like to match up her story.
right.
Yep, I do believe they will. Um, and I only pray that when she did call, when she saw them on the news, that they went over to that dumpster immediately and swabbed it or did whatever they needed to do in there, just to see,
Right.
you know.
I hope so.
I
I
mean,
mean, it seems like they didn't do anything, but they really did a lot. To us, we thought they weren't doing anything, but they were doing a lot. They just wasn't telling us.
that's right. But my thing is, like, I don't know what they did with the cooler, because they walked away from the dumpster with it. but at one point he put something long and slim over his shoulder, turned around, walked toward the
Yeah.
grass, and away.
What could that be?
And yeah,
I
I'm like,
feel
so did they take something out of the cooler, put it in the dumpster, and then walk, go back home with the cooler? And
long and skinny. What's skinny?
well, child can be long, and he was skinny, and
Right, he was.
you could throw him over your shoulder like that. Or could it have been a rug or a blanket? Like,
No, yeah, like something with like blood on it or something.
like anything, yeah.
Evidence,
Mm.
maybe. Mm. I doubt it's a child because long and skinny. I think they would have. The person that seen it would have seen it was a child or something, like a human.
If you think about it, the defense has nothing. All they're doing is trying to discredit people because they don't have nothing else. And
Right? They don't.
bringing up TT, and there's no TT.
They just trying to prove that the
Like, why are
the
you
rest,
asking?
everything else was like not right.
Yeah. And some people call their aunt TT,
Right?
right? But there is no
Titi.
TT. It was made up. Like, so that's all she keeps asking. Do you know TT? Da, 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 da. And then she's trying to discredit them. She really doesn't. The defense has nothing. If you really think about it.
They don't.
And
They
that makes,
don't.
I feel very confident. And then, when uh, Latoya got up on the stand, some of the jury was emotional, and that's a
Yeah.
good sign because that means they are paying attention, they are listening, and they are feeling the impact of these witnesses on the stand.
Right.
So that was also a good day. We're going to stay positive and talk about the good, So I got to listen in just a little bit that day and caught like some of that. So yeah, Carla, they really don't have anything. And I know this is their job and everything like that, but man, how do you sleep at night? That's disgusting. I morally could never have a job like that.
No.
I mean, yeah, you could try and get them like a plea deal, then okay, yeah, you can go to sleep at night. But if you're trying to prove they're innocent and being wrongfully accused, there's something wrong with your brain and you're sick and God's gonna, handle that later. Because to me, I feel like the defense is just as guilty. I know
Right.
their job, like I get it, but disgusting. Just, I could never.
It's hard to defend somebody who's in the wrong.
Right. Like I understand if you're defending a criminal and you're trying to get them like a lesser charge or a plea deal or whatever, that's all fine and dandy and everything. But they're trying to totally prove an innocence here. And I'm like, huh? Are you blind? Like, disgusting, crooked lawyers. Ugh. And if someone came to me with that case, I wouldn't touch it. I don't care if it's high profile and it's going to make me my name go all over the place and I'm going to make good money. No, 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 no,
Oh,
no. You
so
know,
the
I
detective, Paul, um, what's his name? Paul Hernandez. This guy is the guy that Crenshaw exposed, and she put us on that he already knew Jamal Watkins
oh yes.
before all of this. He
Mm,
already had posted on Jamal Watkins' page, hey, like they're friends, like
yeah,
so
there's a conflict of interest with him in the case from
right. And then that's what they needed to ask him. When was the last time you spoke to any of the West family? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how close are you to the West family? Who do you know from the West? Like, that's what they should have asked him. They
let
should
me
like,
read this real quick. Okay, Carla says they think that because there's no bodies that they're gonna get away with it.
yep.
They're sadly mistaken their as are guilty. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Jewel of God said, wait. Okay. The Jewel of God
A
said a
carpet caught
store
fire.
caught. Wow.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, so a carpet store caught fire at the time of the boys missing, and then in court, either the brother or father said Trezell worked laying carpet in the past. I can't help but wonder if that's where Trezell
Worked.
worked. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. I didn't catch that.
Well, he had the ice cream business.
Yeah, which was I don't know what that was about, to be honest.
Mm-mm.
I
And
almost feel
didn't it
like
lead to Wanda West house? Wasn't it Wanda West address, the ice cream business? I think I
yes,
just seen like, yeah,
yes.
because I just
It
went
was
back to AV Watchman's videos, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go see this ice cream spot that they're talking about with Trezell,
on Ponte.
his business," and he ended up in Wanda West house.
Yep, and the van before they bought the new one when they were before they moved, like they bought a new van, they bought new phones, they bought a new house. Come on now. Now the
Right.
old they did keep the old van at Wanda's in the driveway, and then when
Mm-hmm.
questioned, they said, "Well, that was for our business, the ice cream truck," which they stopped doing. Which why are you going to stop doing your business?
Oh,
Well,
that's interesting.
that is
Jules
so
said,
that. Oh, go ahead.
"You
Sorry.
see what Jules said? Could the bodies have been in the carpet company fire?"
They would have found something because every fire gets inspected by a fire, like a big fire like that always has a inspection. Like the fire captain, all of them come out and there's like a special, like I don't know what they're called, but the special people come out and they go through and make sure like what could have caused the fire. They look around, and if there's any bodies in any fire, you still find something.
Exactly.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
good talk.
Bone fragments. Sorry to say it. Like I don't mean to be morbid. I hate to even have to say it, but like bone fragments.
ADD.
And so they have the know how to see or tell if that were the case. So I don't know. I don't know. Was it ever really?
Now,
I mean,
did you see what Carla just
fire
wrote?
marshal. Yes,
How how the world how in the world did they qualify to be adopted parents with no income? Exactly. They
because
had no income.
it doesn't matter. This is the thing. I read something or someone posted something recently that said you do not have to have a max or like any kind of certain income to become a foster parent. In fact, because they fund you. They fund you for that child. So you really don't have to. But at the time, she was selling art. He was selling his beats, remember? So they had a bullet. They had some kind of income. But he quit a security job to become a foster parent because he thought if he could help kids, that's what he wants to do. Oh, get please.
Oh, that's why he had the license to carry. Mm. One of us addressed for the ice cream business, and there was another house up the street from Wanda's too. Um,
And you got to remember, they they were. I just want to say harmed because I don't want to say certain words. They were harmed at least 3 months apart from each other, right? Because we're being told what September. Wait, September for sincere, correct?
yeah.
It's what they're thinking. They're thinking it was 3 months before they moved to Cal City, so that would be September, right?
Yeah.
And that was after the their kids saw him get sick and all that. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that like that. And then after they moved to Cal City, the kids said that Classic was there for I don't know if it was a few days, but he was there for a short time period, and then they heard that thud, and then he was gone. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if the boys are together. You know,
Right.
bad. They might have panicked and just put him here and put him there, and who
I don't
knows?
know, because if they put them here and put them there, they're gonna find one of them. I think they put them both in the same spot,
I don't feel like they did. I feel
not at
like
the same time, but probably. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like they did, because why would you take a chance returning to where there's already one and getting caught for two instead of one? If you see what I'm saying? Like I just don't
It was
know.
probably so easy to dump that one off there, and they
Two
were like,
didn't
"Look,
get caught, so they're like, that's a good. Let's go put. But I don't know.
right."
I don't think they cared enough to put those boys together. I think
No, that's not their plan. Their plan was not to put them together. Their plan is just to get rid of them.
right, but I just have a feeling they didn't. They're separated because there was 3 months difference at least, and they were in way two different locations. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just don't have a feeling that they were placed in the same spot. And
Yeah,
if
that's right,
why don't
Carla.
you just
They
put in
said
the
Trezell's dad said the last time he saw the boys was July, the 4th of July,
yeah, and
and
that's
that
at the fire and at in
yep,
their backyard, Wanda and Philip.
yep. They probably
And
did. They probably did.
the neighbors
Take
even
that cooler and burn it in the backyard.
said it smelled so terrible that they saw the smoke, and so they called it in. And Philip told them he was burning trash, but something that he's never done before or after, like odd. Hello,
Right,
y'all saw that
right.
backyard. I still have the pictures on my phone. Van seats,
Yeah,
like
I seen the van seat burnt up. First it wasn't, and then it was.
yep,
Like
and I
what the
have
fuck?
all those pictures too, and they're in the groups and everything. But it's just I don't know, it's just odd and it coincidence maybe, but no. So
Mm-hmm.
how the
Right. How did Wanda drive in the car to the store with Trezell and Jacqueline and didn't see the boys asleep in the back of the van?
mhm.
Lies. It's true. It's lies. Like, how you're not gonna like see who's in the car? You're getting in the car. Like, you're not gonna see everybody who's in the car. Like, you just don't care like that. What kind of grandma are you? Like, you don't say hi to your grandchildren when you walk in the car. Like,
Dee Dee, yeah, I don't know if they checked that ice cream van or not. That was at Wanda's, but I know that when it was peeked into by people, I don't know if I should name names, so I'm trying not to like say certain people's names, but we all know who was out there looking. And when they looked into the van, there was, oh God, I can't remember. There was like a stain here, and there was just some odd ongoings in that van.
right.
Yeah, and so I don't know.
I think I found that video.
Do you think?
I found it.
Does anyone remember if the van ever got taken away from the home, or was it still there this whole time?
No, the van got
Way
towed,
after,
I think.
yeah. So they did take it in, I think, to check it.
Yeah, because it just disappeared from the front. Unless they moved it. Unless they moved it. I'm not
They,
sure.
they
I
were moving
can't
cars
be
around.
sure on
At one point, they had one vehicle parked on the grass in front of their house. Remember? And they
that.
were moving
Right.
cars around. That's why I'm like, I can't remember if the van disappeared or if it was still there because they were shuffling cars around. But I hope the police department took it in as evidence. Just why not? you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think about it, man, they bought new van, new phones. Someone showed a screenshot that the phones were purchased by Wanda. Um, and then the new house and such a big long move. So, and then Trezell said they wanted to get away from this, people, and they wanted to move where it was more secluded for their boys, and they wanted to plant and farm or some crap like that. And I forget what Jacqueline said, something just a little bit different. It didn't match.
Hmm.
It didn't match. Man,
Oh,
I don't have my notes. I'm like, I don't have my notes, but I can't remember what she said, but it was it was not what Trezell said.
hmm.
Um, Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, so Liz says they got rid of the other van. Now, because I was always a little confused if there was 2 or 3 vans, because I think that was a discrepancy this whole time. That there might
Mm.
be a third van, and I believe someone even tracked it down and took pictures of it parked at another house nearby somewhere. Correct me if I'm
Mm.
wrong, but yeah, because there was a discrepancy if there was a third van. They have a thing for white vans.
Mm. Those creepy vans, so they're creepy.
Oh, good, Carla. The police did end up looking at it. Okay. So,
They
Liz said,
said they seen 3 car seats in their car. There were 3 car seats.
and that's weird because if you think about the ages of the children, who needed the car
Who's
seat?
the third one?
The only person that would have needed a car seat would have been
Or
Classic. The rest
classic?
of them, booster seat, yeah. But and they do have like 4-year-old toddler car seats and stuff. I get that, but the rest of them were all older, so why have 3? And then and then the exterminator that came to spray said they had a baby carrier one. And it's like, okay, who was in that carrier? Was there even a kid or baby in that carrier? And
They were probably planning to adopt more children.
pretending they were just carrying it around pretending they had to this amount of kids. Like,
Right.
what I mean? Someone even made a comment in the chat was like, "Oh, did they borrow someone's baby that day to make it look like they had all their kids with them?" You know what I mean? It's kind of weird that they would have a baby carrier,
Right.
because the toddler car seats, you don't carry them around. Oh man. Jacqueline tried to say the reason she didn't have newer pics of the boys was because she had just gotten the new phone, but then they proved that she lied. Yeah, because listen, check this. Every time I get a new phone, I get my stuff transferred over so I don't lose my pictures of my kids. And not
Right.
only that, I keep my old phone, even if it's busted up, because it has
Right.
memories on it. And if I lose them
You
from,
don't throw out your SIM card.
try and pull out my SIM card, and you know what I mean? So they're like,
That is
yeah,
crazy.
yep. Oh,
That is crazy to me.
mm,
Like,
we
like
all know
you're hiding something. You
cell
definitely. Why do
phones.
you both need new
Okay,
phones at the
you
same time?
know, right. She said they were due for an upgrade. Okay, we do that. Okay, I'm due for an upgrade right now. I got you. But guarantee you I'm going to keep my phone when I do upgrade it eventually. And
Right.
tell me who doesn't have 3 to 5 phones of your old phones. Come on. I
Exactly. You don't get rid of your freaking phone.
check this. I still have the old small flip phones from like Verizon, because I have pictures of like my old cat that's no longer with us, and then my kids when I first started having my kids.
Right,
And
Carla.
I'm like, I'm gonna
Right.
give that.
She's saying Carla's saying she still has her phones that don't even power up anymore. Like
Right, right. Just because the SIM card holds all your memories and your data. Like, oh,
exactly.
mm,
It's crazy. John Frank TV. Um
I'm trying to read comments. Uh,
yeah, little birdies, I hear them now.
I
It's
know
probably getting nicer outside.
it is. I
Yeah.
get a little spunky here and there. Hmm. This is my sanctuary outside. Like, this is my office. I like to come out in nature.
Right.
My kids are doing their schoolwork on their computers right now, so let's make sure I didn't miss anyone's comment.
You
Because
know what?
I got some
I
information.
think I really want to know if those cameras were on. If you remember the Cow City house in Aspen where these boys were reported missing,
Mhm.
there was a window on the side, and that window had a camera. I think it was AV Newsman that said it, or it was AV Watchman, one of those. But they showed the camera. It was right there on the window. It was up at the top, and it was right there. It was just sitting right there. I don't know if it was on or off. I think they showed that it had like a red light. I'm not sure, but
Well,
that was facing where the boys supposedly ran out,
and
and
that
I don't know if it was on or off.
might pull that out later.
Yeah.
They know they're saving some stuff
But we
for when.
wouldn't know because they'll just play the video and we won't be able to see it.
True, but we'll be able to still hear and know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right. They'll
I
tweet about it or something.
think saving certain things, like they're letting the defense question everybody so that later on the prosecution can be like, "Ha, gotcha." Because look at
Right.
this right here, and look at this right here, and that don't collaborate with what you said. And here's our proof, and they're just letting them do their little thing. So I wouldn't, if anyone has any, fear that this isn't going to get justice, please turn that into positive affirmation that this case is going to have justice. These boys will have justice. This family will
Yes.
have justice.
We
And
need justice for these
gotta
boys.
pray on them being found. We gotta pray that they are found. Just
Right.
pray hard on
Right.
that, you know, and pray for the family. Oh my gosh, please.
Right.
So many prayers. My heart just breaks thinking about what they are feeling like in that courtroom and having to be that close to these monsters. I don't know.
Right.
I know they don't want to jeopardize the case, but I don't know if I could control myself like that. I got to give it to them. They're handling this, and I know they're doing it for the justice and for the case and for the boys and for themselves. But man, that's tough. That y'all, what they are going through right now. You
Yeah,
don't
I would be pissed
just
off if I
sit
have to
back
sit
and
there
think
in the
about
same
the
room with these
magnitude.
motherfuckers.
Right. If you sit back and think about the magnitude of emotions they are going through back and forth and all over the place, and then the things they
Right.
got to see that we don't see, we aren't seeing what they're seeing, and we're not hearing everything that they're
Hey,
hearing.
Jennifer Nobles.
So yeah, like
Hey,
man,
Addison. Right.
yes, Liz, praying for the other children too that have strength to testify, and also for what they have been through and seen and probably experienced themselves to find peace and heal. Because
Right.
oh, babies, I just can't even imagine.
Throw up our blue hearts in the chat. Blue hearts for our babies.
Hey, Jennifer Nobles. Good morning. But yeah, I mean, ah. My heart was so crushed yesterday, but at the same time, I felt like a sense of peace because it was a good day with that witness. So okay.
Yes. Blue hearts.
The fire at Wanda's was, I believe, in June or July. I swear there was two fires, I believe.
There was
And
two fires, I thought.
mhm, Crenshaw has the transcript. She did a live. So if you want to try and
Yes.
refer back to it, I know that she did receive that information and she's
Uh-huh.
reading it to us.
Yep, Crenshaw got that. In June and September. Yeah.
And I swear the first one he tried blaming on a firework or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that's in my memory. Or maybe the neighbors thought it was fireworks or something. There's something about fireworks with one of the fires, and then the other one was supposedly trash, which is weird. Why all of a sudden are you going to burn trash? Just put it in a
Right.
dumpster, or it doesn't make any sense.
No. And then the way they cleaned that backyard, like
Yeah, because
it was it was
and
crazy.
Sean, everybody was taking videos and showing what was really going on in that backyard, and they were
Yep.
like, "Oh, ish, we didn't, we got lazy, we
If
got
they
messy."
had nothing to hide, first of all, if they had nothing to hide about the backyard, they would have they wouldn't have cleaned it. They would have
And
left it the way it was.
Philip on the
It's
stand.
their backyard.
Yeah, and Philip places himself in that backyard like it's his workshop, that little shed thing, and he's always back.
Right.
Kids would come say hey, and he'd go in after a little while to say hey, and they would wave from the door, and it's like, okay, so that was you know, your,
Carla
your
posted the link to Kersha's video.
oh,
Thank you, Carla.
thank you. Yeah, I want to go back to that. Hold on real quick. Let me, my son came out. Let me ask him what's going on. Hold
Okay.
on. Okay. I need to go give him some medicine.
Mm-hmm.
We're just reading comments and stuff, guys. Sorry about the silence.
Oh yeah, and I'm just reading the Twitter posts to see what we missed or didn't. Hmm.
Allison says, "What I want to know is why didn't that woman that seen them throwing stuff away in the apartment dumpster go and check to see what it was? She might have been scared that they were going to come
She was
back.
petrified. They
She
saw
was.
her.
She was.
She
She
was
was.
not going up to that dumpster.
Yeah, because maybe she would have been disappeared next and not even been our witness.
Right.
She was
She
smart. I
was
want that.
petrified.
But if she had such a gut feeling, I wish she would have just like maybe. Well, it was at night, but the next morning she could have like called like the office and had the maintenance come check it out, something. But she wasn't thinking, and I don't blame her. Would you have been thinking like that? Like you don't know unless you're in that position. Like
Right.
you freeze up. You can't think
Mhm.
straight. Like
Maybe
terrifying.
at that moment she felt like, oh, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to make this a big issue. I'm not really sure. But then when she seen the news and everything, she was like, yeah, no, for sure. You
Mm.
know?
I'm Carla says I'm anticipating for the other children to speak. Me too, but I'm also dreading it. I'm
Yeah.
anticipating Wanda. I want to hear her lies. Because we all know what she's been done said to everybody and all that, and I'm just curious to see what she says on the stand. Isn't it
Right.
crazy how many people don't mind going up and lying on oath?
Right. They don't care.
And it's not surprising, because to be honest, because nobody cares about nothing anymore these days. There's no more
Hmm.
morals, nothing. It's all gone.
Yeah. It's not
People,
the same no more.
yeah, they'll swear under oath and still lie. They don't care. And
Hmm.
oh my gosh, it's mad.
Yeah, Wanda's definitely gonna lie on the oath. We know that. She's gonna have her son's back. That she is.
And then the one fire in July, isn't that around one of the boys' birthday? If I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought so. Just so sad. All right, come
Yeah.
on. Let's go get your medicine, baby. I'm gonna have to go give him his medicine. His rat. We had COVID a few weeks ago, and now they have this hive from it. It's like an after COVID thing that can happen. Come on, baby.
Hmm.
I just gotta go get him his medicine real quick. I'm gonna mute myself for just a second,
Yeah,
so y'all don't
sure.
have to see the TV and all this. Hold on
Do
one.
your thing.
Right back.
Okay. So yesterday, other people took the stand too. The biological father of Sincere took the stand. Sincere Orrin West. Um, what happened there? They made sure. They said that he says Sincere was born August 4th, 2016. He took a mouth swab DNA paternity test to learn he was Sincere's father. Um, he was told Sincere was being adopted. He was told his parental rights were terminated. Um, he says he went to California City 2 or 3 days after he saw on the news Sincere and Classic were missing. He went with his wife. Mm-mm-mm. And that's basically it. Mm-mm-mm. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I feel like Wanda is covering for them too. I think so.
Absolutely. She has to. She has to know. And, she was too much of a part of those kids in their life, too close to them to not notice or not know something. And you're really going to believe that after a legal adoption that they're going to go back to their bio like they were trying to tell people? I
Right.
don't, I don't. Like the people that were questioning them or their children or something, said that they were told that they went back to their home. But at the same time, in Jacqueline's interrogation, she said she was asked, have you told the boys, your other kids, about the boys missing yet? And she says, no. And they go, no? She goes, no, we were waiting until after Christmas, after the holidays. So wait a minute, your kids told the police that they were told and that they were told that they went back to their bios, to their home. So they caught,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone else caught that. There's so many discrepancies and contradictions. I'm like, thank God that they have them. They got them. They got them. I ain't worried. But if anyone else is involved, that's where I want. Like this needs to be shown. Like Miss Wanda and Miss Maria playing dumb on the stand.
I just don't get why it would take two of them to hold the cooler.
Heavy because
Mm.
even with just ice and drinks in them, those had to be carried by two people. Like, if you go camping or to the lake or whatever, or a
Yeah,
park,
that's true.
you know what I mean?
That's true.
And so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Carla said the same thing. You told me the other day. Dead weight is heavy.
Yep. I didn't want to say it on here just because I'm trying to be sensitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, Carla, I agree with you. She's already been lying. You think she's going to all of a sudden tell the truth and let it known she's not credible and that she's a liar? She's definitely going to lie under oath. I agree.
Or she's probably gonna do a I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Just remember this. Miss Wanda said, you think you got it, but you don't. But you do. But you don't got it or something like that. I have it. Sometimes I can say it exactly how she said it, but sometimes I can't. But you think you got it, but you don't, but you do. And you're going to be sorry or something like that. At the end,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be sorry or you're going to see, or I don't know. So she was basically telling him, you're on the right track, but being at my house is what she was trying to say. Being here, you're not in the right spot, but you got it otherwise than that. You got everything else right. That's how I took it.
Right.
Yes, and the realty lady too. She never she never saw no kids. Um, well, she did see kids. She didn't see 6 kids. She only saw 4. And the same with, I think, the lender or something as well. Now, like I said, I did miss a lot of it this week. So if there's anything, that I missed that you want to bring up, I try to catch up here and there in the evenings on the talking to you, or like on the Twitter and stuff, or in the
Yeah.
chat, in the chat and stuff. But other than that, like I said yesterday, and then I did hear a little bit of, is it Jamal? No, not Jamal. The other one. What's the other brother's name?
Hosea.
Yeah, Josiah.
Hosea.
I heard his testimony. I heard Philip's testimony. I didn't take notes because I was multitasking. I was listening while doing stuff. Then I did hear both the bio dads being asked about TT that don't exist. That's crazy. I'm like, you really don't have anything when you keep bringing up this TT, honey. And then,
Right.
you know, and then, what else did I catch? I didn't catch much. It was just a little bit here and a little bit there. So if anyone has anything else that they feel we could discuss, or, whatever you caught that I didn't. So I know you missed
Yeah.
yesterday. I was like, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to read the tweets and see what we could get out of it. What
So
we didn't mention here.
yesterday, KGET wasn't really tweeting until like the very end, because Pee Wee put out a tweet to get him back on it, But Duty Ron in his live,
Pee Wee be on it.
no, she is. I love that
I
girl.
like that.
And then Duty Ron in his live afterwards, which I caught late, he had said that Bakersfield Now was tweeting. So I don't know if they.
Birthday shout out to Duty Round. Duty
Yes,
Round.
yes. Happy birthday to Duty Ron. That was, I think his birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
But yeah, so if you guys aren't able to listen, or you need to catch up like after on the tweets, there's the Bakersfield Now, and then there's the KGET.
Right.
Then
And they're
there's,
legit.
because you do the updates with the post saying everything
Right.
that had happened for the day, and then Pee Wee, not every day, but she tries, and she's, because she's busy, she's got her own life too, but she posts shots from the tweets, that because not everybody does Twitter and stuff like that. So we
Right.
all are trying to keep you guys all up to,
Updated.
yeah.
The people that can't hear because they're at work and, they want to read it.
Like, a lot of people yesterday came in the chat and they're like, what? Wait, no way, it's over. I had to work and I missed it, and I didn't think it would be over,
Right.
because it was, half a day. So, yeah, a lot of people missed a lot. Like I said, I missed a lot because, what I've been going through. So, Dee Dee says, the other thing, when I went over the original house pics before they brought it, the one wood stove was removed after they bought it. And then Dee Dee said the neighbors said it was really smelly and smoky. I do remember faintly something about that.
That's interesting. I don't remember anything like that. Mm-hmm.
And you know the video that shows when Trezell pulls away in his van. The video was lightened up, so it looks like almost like it's daytime getting dark, but really it was dark and it was lightened so you could see it better. You see when he pulls away to go supposedly look for the boys, across the street, some guy creeps out and looks at him driving off, really creepy, but it looks like he doesn't want to be seen, and then he creeps back into the house. And now a lot of people are like, well, how is that relevant? Because I brought it up yesterday in the chat. I'm going to tell
Right.
you how it's relevant. We really don't know what that guy was up to. We don't. It did look suspicious. A lot of people are like, well, he could have been looking for the mailman or a UPS package. We don't know what he was looking at. Well, I mean, just come on. So my thought is, I wonder if that wasn't someone who may have helped them, or maybe they had them do that so it would be on camera. You know what I mean? Maybe they heard something or saw something and was trying to see what was going on. Like, I'm not saying like the person was involved. I'm not saying they weren't. I just thought it was odd how he crept out.
It happened
You know?
all at the same time. Yeah.
And you and I had said that from day one when we saw that. We're like, that is creepy. It was just creepy. I get a creepy feeling from it. I'm not going to lie. I do. I get a bad gut feeling from that weirdo.
Right.
It's just, it could have been a coincidence. Could have been just, nothing. But I thought that was really creepy.
Yeah.
And everyone needs to learn to be kind to one another, because you don't know what people are going through in their personal lives. And I'm going to throw that out there. I'm sorry, I'm not making this about myself, because this goes for everybody. I've been seeing too much bashing lately. Everybody's starting to, I know we're in our emotions. Everyone's starting to like get heated up and want to be argumentative and combative, or just rude and nasty and hurt people's feelings because they feel like they're better than you or smart. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. But we're all here for the same purpose. It's to spread awareness for these boys and support the family. And yes, it's okay to discuss theories, or it's okay to discuss, but don't be rude. If you don't agree, then don't comment, or just don't be rude to people.
Right.
I personally have experienced it, and I've seen it happening to other people as well. And Pee Wee even said she is not about to babysit some grown ass adults, because that's not normal. Like, can we all just keep it classy for real? And so I just want to put that out there for whoever may be watching that might kind of get into their emotions and snap on people. It's
Right.
not cute. It's not cool. You don't know what people are going through in their personal lives that are still trying to follow this case and support the family. So, okay, maybe something that someone posts don't make sense, or it's irrelevant to you, but then ignore it. Don't comment back. Don't be nasty. Don't be rude. Like, oh, well, why is that even
Well,
relevant? That's like,
well, Sarah, all the
everyone
people on my channel,
oh,
all the people on my channel, they not rude. They not nasty. They all
oh, that
people.
just post. I
Anybody else, all the outsiders, yeah.
absolutely posted in those groups. So if anyone's watching that is quick to be combative or snippy and snarky with people, please don't. Just be kind.
Right.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I've done it. I'm not gonna lie. And if you snap at me, yes, I snap back. I'm sorry. But lately I've been just like, okay, we all need to really chill out. People have things going on in their life that nobody knows about, and it's just rude. It's just rude. If you don't agree, that's fine. Just don't comment back. Don't get in the middle of the conversation, or just ignore it, move on.
Yeah.
No reason to be
So,
rude to people, to hurt their feelings, to make yourself feel good, period.
right. So they said it makes me want to go back and look for the cooler in One West backyard.
I'm
You
going
know what? I do want to go back to all the videos and everything, and I want to see where this blue cooler. Maybe we would find it in a video. Who knows?
the same thing. Everyone was looking at Crenshaw's video and pictures from when she found all their stuff they cleaned, not all of it, but a lot of their stuff they cleaned out of their backyard, she found in the desert by chance. Remember when they were searching the desert nearby?
Yeah.
She has videos, and then I took screenshots and stuff. So I'm gonna look through those because I don't think there was a blue cooler. I do know there was a blue plastic, the trash can thing that looks like a barrel. Um, but that's not the cooler that was described. It's
Mm-hmm.
a blue lid and handle with, I mean, white lid and handle with the blue bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Maria brain. I agree. But see, Maria can pull the I don't know this, I don't know that, because they really weren't that close. They kept their kids distant from each other because to them, it wasn't about being family oriented or like blending your family. Like, it wasn't about like any of that, like loving, caring family time. To them, it was a job. Like Maria said, you, you live your, they lived their life, I lived mine. There was, it was, to me, it was like, okay, they do their business, I do mine. There was no family feeling there. So, but
Right.
Wanda, it's a whole nother dang story there now because she watches them babies. She was close to her son. You know, that family is tight knit, the West family. So I believe if anybody knows anything, it is them,
Yep. Yep.
especially Wanda.
I
Because remember
agree.
she was grieving. You brought that up you triggered my memory. When they did their interview, um, asking to be left alone and not to be harassed because they're grieving right now too.
Right.
Wait, that was before. That was just when they were missing. Like before, of
Right.
course, we all had our suspicions, but nothing had been, like proven anything yet. Nothing had been brought up. No charges. No nothing. So what do you mean you're grieving? I can imagine if you said I'm sad because you like
Yeah, I'm
we're
sad and I want to find my grandbabies.
I want to find them. She never said, "Oh, I want to find them." She was just like, "We're grieving right now too."
Yeah,
It was,
we're going through our grieving. Like, what?
and it was like, boom, right there. That's it. She knows. I hope she has some kind of God in her and does the right
Yeah, that
thing.
was her last post on Facebook. It's like, oh, let's go worship the Lord at this church. And that was it. She ain't post nothing else no more.
And I have a screenshot where she commented on, I don't know if it was Jamal's page or one of Trezell's Facebook pages, but there was a picture of Jamal and the boys. And Wanda's comment said, "The bear and the spy," because that's what their names mean. The bear and the spy. And I was like, this is just, it is just all around wrong and weird. And why are you even changing their names when, first of all, the oldest one was old enough, he knew his name.
Hmm.
So that was wrong.
They just weird like that. They wanted all boys
When you
for
foster
some
the
reason.
stop children, they already have, some of them, they're going through emotions and mental issues from being taken from their family in the first place. They're going to have, PTSD. They're going to have anxiety. They're going to have, you know, what do you call it? I can't think of the term. But so why are you going to do that and add to that by changing his name when he was old enough to know his name? Like that had to be traumatic for him to have to start to get used to being called something else.
Right.
How sad is that? It's just, it breaks my heart, but it pisses me off at the same time.
These people are trash.
They are. And they can burn like the supposed trash they were burning in their backyards. Sorry. I'm over here like, don't be negative. I have selective negativity towards certain people.
It's like we frustrated with these people. We're
Hmm.
past our limits.
Yeah, because it's been 3 years. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't know, man.
Well, this they're gonna get their justice eventually. The truth will come to the light. I'm looking. I'm like, there's
Carla
nothing.
says, Carla said, if I can recall, didn't Steve get a tip about something blue in a park? I could be wrong. Hmm.
I
That
don't
sounds,
remember what it was in the park, but I do remember he got a tip to go to the park.
it sounds familiar. And then she also said to hear that they had those kids sleeping on cots blew the F out of me. Yeah, like military style.
Yeah, what's wrong with these
Philip
people?
sounds
Like,
very military style on the stand. Did you notice that too? He kept saying negative, negative. And she's like, is it a yes or a no? You know what I mean? She was trying to get him to say yes or no instead of negative.
yeah.
He reminded me very military style type. Uh, Dee Dee says yes, and he was in the park and was looking. Okay. And Carla says, and how ironic that the blue ice chest cooler comes up in the trial. Yeah.
The other kids are probably snitching the parents out because they're like tired of being treated like military kids, probably.
The county didn't red flag them, Dee Dee, because they weren't checking in on them like they're supposed to. In fact, they hadn't even been to the doctor in quite a while.
Oh my god.
But there was bunk beds, so it wasn't just cots. I'm sure their bio children had the bunk beds. That was my thought. That's just my personal opinion. And to think their bio kids were the ones that were old enough to tell the truth. They all told the truth because they all said the same story, but they were the ones brave enough to say, I think the oldest said more. I think he saw and knew more. And I think he's the biggest witness in this whole thing.
They were tired of being abused.
Yes, Dee Dee. Yes, 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 Dee Dee. The TT thing, it does remind me of the nanny from the Casey Anthony case.
Oh my
I agree.
gosh. Yeah.
I agree. Mm-hmm. And
Andy
that
the nanny.
nanny thing was, I swear she gave her Xanax because she was a Xanax taker
Yep.
herself.
That's what that was.
Mm-hmm. Poor baby. All these poor babies. Oh my gosh.
I know. These people are
Like,
sick.
can't right now. There's so many cases I was following and waiting to go to trial, and they're all on trial right now at the same time. But I am not stepping away from this. This is the one I'm following. I don't have time to follow this and any other cases, so I just every now and then will check on an update on them.
Mm-hmm.
These are really hard to listen to as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to brace myself because we have till June for a lot to come out. So we all need to brace ourselves with the family and pray on this because it's going to. Judy Ron even said this is just a scratch on the surface. Like it's going to get ugly.
Right.
Yeah. I think I need to go grab my phone charger real quick. I wanted to look at Twitter, but my other phone that I used to look with is dying on me. Hold up.
Oh no.
That's how I read the comments too in chat because when I'm on here, it shows me backstage. I can't read the comments or comment back. I'm going to put you on hold for a second, Slim.
Okay. Returning to family, but found receipt. Okay. I'm just checking on Twitter, seeing if we missed anything out from before all this. But it seems like we touched down on everything. Um, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I haven't taken notes this week because I haven't really been able to tune in like I was at the beginning. I
Mm-hmm.
won't be able to like. I'm going to be missing this next week some too because I'm planning a memorial and
So
then
there's no court today. Sorry.
that's okay. So
Somebody's asking if there's court today.
no, not until Tuesday. They're on that field trip that we all wish we could at least hear what's going on. Like, hopefully they talk about
Right.
it, come back,
Right.
tell us what was going on. Okay, let's see if this works.
We're ready for this. We've been waiting forever.
Well, we just want
Honestly.
answers, and I
I
wish
just want justice
they
for the
were-
boys, like, and I'm
yeah,
waiting for them to be found.
yeah, I just wish someone. Okay, I don't know for sure if anyone besides J and T know where the boys are. Isn't that funny? I accidentally said W, Miss Wanda over there. Um, but I still believe that someone knows something that could lead them in a direction. Shoot, I think Miss Maria yesterday led the investigators. Well, not yesterday because she had talked to them in December, but I think she led them in a direction. I just hope they went and at least tried or, you know, pursued that lead.
Yeah.
Using her as a witness, especially. Y'all better have went to that landfill and checked. Because if we find out y'all didn't, I don't care if it's been 3 months. I mean, it's at least attempt.
Imagine what other witnesses pop out and say they've seen something. You know what
I'm
I'm saying? Because we
true.
never heard about her.
That's true. But, I do want to say that there was one day when everybody was out searching, somebody was saying that they heard that there was a search at the landfill. Remember that? Or is that it? I remember that. And so I think they did go search the landfill. I don't know how many days they searched it for. I don't think it was for very long, but I know a lot of that was on hush hush and on the, down low and everything, but I do remember someone saying that and we couldn't find anything on it and we were trying to like see if there was a news thing about it or a video anywhere and we couldn't find nothing, but somebody had said that one day when they were out searching that there was a search going on at the landfill. And we were like, well, we didn't hear about that. So we kind of passed it off as nothing. Well, I bet there was. And now I can see why that they said that.
Yeah. I think I seen a YouTube on that.
And you had discussed the cemetery. Let's bring that up real quick before we get off of here. Because to me, I really feel like it's significant.
Yes, it's the cemetery. There's nothing we could do though. They won't. I don't know if they threw evidence in there or if it was the boys.
Because this whole time everybody was out searching, they weren't out walking around making themselves vulnerable. They were acting like they were scared of everyone. They were getting threatened. They were hiding in houses. Da 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 da. But that day, that Crenshaw and Steve and them was at the cemetery.
Right.
Who decided to go out with their trench coats and wooden sticks and dogs to take a walk and peek and see what they were doing over at that cemetery? Like
they got nervous and had to speak.
Like, let me see what they're up to. Oh my gosh, da da da. This is too close for my comfort. Let me go see.
Right.
That's what I got out of it. And I always felt like that was significant, that cemetery. And so did Steve and them. That's why they were even there, you know? But
Right.
if they did say put anything there, whether it's evidence or anything, it will never be found. It's like they had the tools, sadly, for the perfect crime, sadly. But nothing's perfect. Nobody ever covers their trace completely.
Right. They're not freaking masterminds at this. They're gonna get caught up somehow.
They think they are though. They really do. Oh, I'm sure they're sweating bullets now after all this that came out this last week. They I'm
Ish.
sure they're getting kind of nervous, like, whoa, wait a minute here. Here, I thought we were going to be getting away with this, but we just might not.
Right.
I really hope it's hitting them. That more people saw them than they thought. More people are coming forward than they thought that would. They threatened people and it didn't stop them. They still came forward because remember in the transcripts for the pretrial, it said that people were coerced or threatened and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see how that all ties in.
And then they said all the people that wouldn't cooperate were detained. Who are those people? You remember that?
Yes.
And
It just,
back then?
yeah, and then there was something in there about family, like cousin,
Yeah.
niece, or something. I can't remember. I need to go back and refresh my memory on some of this stuff.
Mm. Is it true that they were seen carrying a cooler to the dumpster? Yeah. They were seen.
Yeah, Tam says, I remember someone from YouTube droned the landfill. Jane Doe says, is it true they were seen carrying a cooler to the dumpster? Yes, ma'am, it was. It is true.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yes, sadly. And Trezell had his wooden stick, and he also had a diaper in his hand as well.
Wasn't I read that was like prior to a month prior to that scene, but I'm not sure.
What?
Like she seen that like a month prior to that. I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I pull it up again. Don't quote me on this. Is Maria the yeah, that's her. Mm. Oh.
See, this is so weird because you sent me the StreamYard and Messenger, and now I'm seeing it on Facebook for an ad. Isn't that so weird? Up there, I was like, Jesus, y'all are really spying on us, aren't you? And you know what? What I don't understand why we have all these satellite video camera up there and we can't go back and look at certain dates and times and see for like what really happened. Because and this is why I say that. There was an incident where you know how they take pictures from satellite of your home and like put it on Google?
Mm-hmm.
So, and like you can see your car in the driveway and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this lady said that someone brought it to her attention that on Google was a picture of her house And sadly, her son had passed away out in front of her house. I don't know if he was harmed or what had happened, but he was deceased, and it was on Google.
Mm.
So if you can get that, right? And that if you like, so why can't we just go back to these certain dates and times and look at that? Like, I don't understand that part. The FBI should be able to do that.
Mm. I don't know.
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's always bothered me. There's some cases where they really need to try, they need to change that to where they could use that for their advantage.
Yeah.
I think we covered most of it. Um, I'm trying to think of anything that Josiah or Philip might have said, but that was a foggy day for me. That was a rough day for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really.
I I didn't really hear their whole testimony. I was on and off because I was in and out and on the phone with my family, and so I didn't catch all of it. But I think we covered what I did catch that day. If anyone else remembers anything significant that was said by like Josiah or Philip that you think is, you know, of worth conversating about, bring it up.
Mm.
I just need to get through this next week and a half, and then I should be back to my normal self, hopefully. Well, not completely, but you know what I mean. All right, so my other phone is going to go ahead and die. I won't be able to read comments anymore.
Okay.
I tried charging it, but my stupid cord ain't working, and whatever.
We're gonna end this live here, and we'll probably do another one soon.
Yeah, probably I say like about a week and a half, because like they don't go back to court till Tuesday, and then I have a lot going on this next week, and
Mm.
so I'm thinking by the following Monday, Tuesday, maybe
Yes.
we could do like a pre-morning before trial live again. Is that a good time for you, Slim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining. And this was very, good. Like a lot of you guys said things that triggered my memory. I'm going to go back and look at some things.
Right.
This is why I like to do this too, because we all like be triggering each other's memories, or
Put
like,
all our thoughts together.
uh,
Yeah.
or informing each other of things that we might have missed. So we appreciate all of you.
Yes. Definitely. Everybody that stopped in said what's up. You didn't even have to say what's up. Whoever just stopped in to watch, get some information. Thank you for coming. Um.
Please continue to share their flyers because they still are missing. Any info, you can call BPD at 661-327-7111, or you can call Secret Witness at 661-322-4040, or you can call CPD, which is Cal City PD, at 760-373-8606. Even
Yeah.
if it seems insignificant, If you've seen something, heard something, or have a weird feeling about something, call it in, please.
Right. Thank you for
We don't
coming.
trust people. Like if you think you might have saw their van parked here or there, or you think you saw him doing this or that, please, you guys, please, always, always call it in, even if you think it's nothing,
Right.
because it could be something.
Right. Anything you think you saw, seen, anything, like, just let them know. We want justice for our boys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carla. Thank you all
Yes,
for
thank
joining
you,
us
Carla.
this morning.
Yes. Everyone, have a great rest of your day. And thank you, Sarah, for coming.
I'm always, girl.
All right. I'll see everybody in the chats.
Everyone have a good day. Stay positive and spread love and light, not hate.
Right. Exactly.
Much love to everyone.
God
Bye.
bless. Bye.